Hey guys, good afternoon. Today we're going to be talking about Facebook's WhatsApp versus the Union of India. For the agenda today, we'll be talking about the issue at hand, the actors, the interests of the actors, the arena, the information that moves the issue, and the assets employed by the actors. The issue at hand is if WhatsApp can maintain its privacy policy and still operate under Indian regulations. On the 25th of February, the government of India announced that in 90 days, tech giants considered significant social media intermediaries would have to trace the first originator for any content that is deemed to be unlawful by the authorities. SSMIs are platforms with more than 5 million users. On May the 29th, 90 days since the law was passed, WhatsApp and Facebook filed a petition in the Delhi High Court that if WhatsApp adhered to the guidelines, it would be violating Facebook's privacy policies. Tensions have been growing between Google, Facebook, and Twitter and the Narendra Modi government regarding privacy and the government trying to curb its criticism. There has been a lot of back and forth between the parties regarding this issue. The Information Technology Act of 2000 frees SSMIs from liability or prosecution for any content that is posted on the platform. This is vital for the platform as they are not responsible for any content that is posted on the sites. But if the platforms do not adhere to the recent guidelines, they will be liable for anything that is, according to the Act, in the interest of sovereignty and integrity of India, the defense of India, the security of the state, friendly relationships with foreign states, or public order, or for preventing incitement to the commission of any cognizable offense relating to the above. The government is cracking down on social media platforms like never before, and the issue is not constrained only to the Indian market. The governments of the USA, UK, New Zealand, Australia, and even Canada are asking the tech companies to include mechanisms in their design of their encrypted products and services whereby governments acting with appropriate legal authority can gain access to the data in a readable and usable format. The market strategy of Facebook's WhatsApp is at stake, with the government framing the argument in such a way that it's going only after the offenders of the law. This plays in the favor of the government. WhatsApp's market strategy has been to promise end-to-end encryption and privacy to its users. The sale of information to Facebook or WhatsApp is being argued by the government, that is stating that WhatsApp is engaging in anti-user and obtaining trick consent of its users by continuously push notifications to consent the users to its new privacy policy. The right to privacy was recently read into the fundamental right to life under the right to protection to life and personal liberty by the Supreme Court of India. However, since the right of life can't be claimed by any company, this poses a significant challenge to WhatsApp. The government is claiming that it wants to identify only criminal perpetrators. The internet and encryption expert, Reina from the Stanford Internet Observatory, claims that this new law of traceability could end end-to-end encryption in India. The primary focus of WhatsApp should be classified as an SSMI, and losing the status would hold the company liable for anything that is posted or texted on its platform. And now, Sevde
Now
will
to
talk
the
about
actors. Who are the actors who care about this issue? So firstly, the tech companies are certainly actors, since this act is targeted towards all the social media intermediaries. This would be Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter. Then also the government is an important actor in this issue, as they're the ones who are pursuing the companies to fundamentally change how they work. Another actor are the citizens of India, who are basically the winning coalition, and also NGOs related to data privacy, both local and international, are important actors who are vital in achieving WhatsApp's goal. This is because no company has the right to life, nor the right to privacy. In these matters, transparency really is key.
Thank you, Sevde. So, what are the interests of these actors? The interests of the companies is to maintain their privacy policy and remain as an appealing platform for its users. WhatsApp needs to turn the bill in their favor to be able to operate as a legal entity in India. The interest of the government bodies is to keep law and order and protect national sovereignty with this bill. The interest of the people would be to protect their privacy and to have some sort of freedom of speech, because freedom of speech is not guaranteed by the Constitution. According to a survey by Analytics India magazine, over 40% of the respondents did not have trust in social media companies or the government in handling their personal data. Now we move on to the arenas where these actors choose to interact. First, we have the courts where WhatsApp can present its arguments. Then we have partnerships with NGOs to raise awareness about the issue.
Because of all the bad press, it is important that the platform companies aren't seen as the companies leading the charge. We recommend that the platform companies support the NGOs that are advocating for the right of privacy, like the Internet Freedom Foundation, which is running the Save Our Privacy campaign to increase awareness of the issue.
Also, if the social media platforms could get the banks to back them, this would be perceived as a high value added, as the banks are believed by the people to be ethical with handling data, according to the Analytics India magazine survey. The platform should also file petition in the courts as mediators of the citizens who have the right of privacy as a part of their fundamental right. Other options, such as taking this to any world forum, would adversely affect the relationship between the government and the SSMIs. The reason we have chosen to go with the court as one of our arenas is because the guidelines have already been passed, and it is the only way to tackle the issue. With huge public outcry, petitions may be filed by individuals in the court, which would help WhatsApp immensely.
The awareness of the fact that India doesn't have a law for protection of privacy is not known by a majority of the citizens. The retired judge of the Supreme Court, Justice P.N. Srikrishna, who drafted the original bill, said that the new draft modified by the government, which has been tabled in the parliament, has the ability to push India into an Orwellian state. The fact that the government has put forward the bill before the PDP bill has been passed puts WhatsApp in jeopardy, as there is no data protection guaranteed by the legislation. The PDP bill must be brought to the notice of the general public so that the government doesn't do whatever it wants and turns the bill from giving the people rights to privacy of data to giving the government more power to oppress the critics. One can argue that the government is kept in check by the Supreme Court. A public outcry and petitions will change the mind of the legislators, as they have to please the winning coalition. The assets that would be needed to be employed would be the formation of an NGO or to back the existing NGO and run an aggressive campaign. The platform shouldn't be the face of this. If so, then the optics could be misinterpreted or skewed by the government, that the American platforms are trying to meddle with the sovereignty and democracy of India. Given that Facebook was already implicated and there was a bad press in the Facebook Cambridge Analytica scandal during the US presidential elections, the information has to reach a wide variety of audience, so the NGO must advertise in the above the line, that is ATL, and below the line media. The SSMIs must be portrayed as the mediators of the citizens who have the right to privacy. The campaign should also bring to light the comments of the retired Justice B.N. Srikrishna, who criticized the new bill and that it was giving too much power in the hands of the government. He said that the government can at any time access private data of government agency data on the grounds of sovereignty or public order. This has dangerous implications. WhatsApp should argue on behalf of the citizens for the right to privacy. Thank you so much, guys. And now we'll be open for questions.